Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Rig Compliance YouTube channel. My name is Mitcham Turner, Big Rig Compliance. I am an NHVR auditor. I am a WAHVA auditor, truck safe auditor at times, and heavy vehicle consultant in general. I do a lot of work around chain of responsibility, heavy vehicle national law, and continuous improvement. We also do a lot of incident responses and investigations. And the important thing for you guys to know is I'm here to help you. I'm not a representative from the police and I'm not an NHVR employee. I'm just authorised by them to provide audits. Today, we're going to have a look at the NHVR portal and I'm going to show you how to set it up from dead scratch, a brand new user, a brand new company, all of the little tricks that I've learned over time. Good luck. Hopefully, this makes your process of applying for accreditation or permits or whatever you're trying to do on the portal a hell of a lot easier. I would really appreciate it if you share the video. Have a look at my other videos. I've done some on logbooks. I've done some on gearbox compliance software. Please give me a follow. Big Rig Compliance on Facebook. Follow the YouTube channel. Hit me up on LinkedIn if you're into that sort of thing. MITCH, A for Alpha, M for Mike. Turner is the spelling of the name. And the website is bigrigcompliance.com or .com.au. Either one will get to me. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to be working through setting up your NHVR portal from scratch. First things first, as you can see, I do already have some passwords and emails here. But today I'm going to use my Gmail that hasn't got an account to set up a new account. So all we need to start with is an email, any email you've got that is not already registered to the portal. So I'm going to go in here and start click account. We agree to the terms and conditions and we put in some basic details. So here you can see I've set up my password and we have the email that I'm using to set up, phone number, just basic company details. The important thing with the password is you must use an uppercase, a lowercase, a number, and we have to use a special character. We're going to say, I'm not a robot, and we're going to register. And yeah, we'll save that password. Why not? So you're going to go to the email, and we need to scroll down, and we need to click the link. And we're saying we're confirming the email address, and we're activating our user profile. Now that we've clicked activating the account, you can see down here our user registration is complete. We can now type in the same email and the same password that we just set up, and we can click login. Now, as you can see up here, we have no accounts. We are logged in, and we have to now create a customer account. I'm going to create an account now, and we're going to agree to the terms and conditions as well. We're saying that yes, we are authorized to open the account on behalf of the legal entity. I can go to the entity details, and I'm going to use my new company name. To set up the account, you require an ABN, but this is a little bit tricky because the only people that can have account is either an individual, so for example, a person, or a legal entity, which means a registered limited liability company, or as we call them in Australia, proprietary limited company. We cannot put in place the ABN of a sole trader or a family trust or any other ABN holder that you might have. If you are going as an individual, if you click this link here, it will send you to a form that you have to download, fill in the form, send it to the regulator, and they will start you up an account. It's a whole other process. It does take a little bit of extra time because somebody at the regulator has to process the form, but it's doable. So we'll go back to our create account. When you put the ABN in, if you get it correct, your details will come up. Now I'm just going to put in some basic details here. Every single town has a station street. Let's pretend we live in Taylor Lakes. That's perfect. We go next. Now, postal address. I can declare my postal address because it is out there in public. Once you've got your postal address in, and you can tick that it's the same as the registered business address we gave out, we have to select our physical operating addresses. So this is where your depots are or your home office. Just for the sake of keeping it easy, I'm going to stick with my one station street because every single town has a station street. Now, in this example, I've put two locations in because perhaps I have two operating companies or two operating depots. I'm going to click next. The billing details, we're going to say it's the same as the business address just to keep this very simple. There we go. We've set ourselves up all of the company details now. We've got the authorization, the basic details, contact details, billing details. Now we're going to confirm. So we roll through the confirmations and we select create account. Now that we've created our user, which is your logon details, and we've created an account, which is creating the business that's going to hold accreditation or going to undertake activities of the regulator, you would think that we've done everything. But unfortunately, there's a couple more steps. The first step we're going to go to is go to my profile. And in my profile, we have this big blue button where we have to verify your identity. Now, to verify the identity, we are going to confirm that we're using the digital ID. We're going to verify as a guest. Now, I never set up accounts. I never verify as anything other than a guest. Verify as guest. You're going to need one of these documents. Driver's license, passport, immigration card, something along those lines. I'm going to go for driver's license, state of issue Victoria because that's where I live. Now there's a license number and there's a card number. In Victoria, the license number is on the front above your photo. The card number on old cards is on the rear of the license, underneath the date of birth, or it is on the front of the card on newer licenses. Now, I'm not going to dox myself and write all my details in, so I'm going to do this off screen. Once you've validated your identity, and by the way, I should also mention that if you're in Victoria and you use the My Vic Roads telephone app or the My Vic Roads account on the website, you can get your card number from there. Once you've validated your identity, it just tells us that the regulator is going to get an idea of who we are. So we click allow. Once you've clicked to give the regulator information, it will come up saying that your identity is verified successfully. And we exit. So now that identity verification area has disappeared. Now the identity verification is very important. Any user that you add to your account is going to require to do that step. So, surely this should be it. Well, you would think so anyway. You've set up the account, you've authorized that you're the contact, you have verified your identity, but the regulator still requires us to tell the regulator what authority we're allowed to have on our own account. So we're going to go over here to the account section, this little filing box, and click on that. and we're going to go manage customer account. In the manage customer account is where we might change our contact details, our operating addresses, anything like that. We're going to go to users, and here you can see we have the only person on this account. If you want to add a new user, which we might do just now, you can enter it in here. Now, what I've done is I'm using the account that I generally use for the portal. And you have to choose what level of permissions that any user can have. So generally what we do is we go down here and we go, this is what they can do, this is what they can't do. Generally, we just start by giving yourself, I should say, all of the options with the most areas of responsibility. And you'll see that there is an area for the account, there's one for access permits, there's an area for accreditation. So we're going to say that we want to submit everything. And we're going to go to vehicle standards, which is PBS. And we're going to say we want to be able to do as much as possible again. And we also want to go to registration and say that we want the most availability as possible. And PBS, why not? And compliance is where we are looking at submitting reports to the regulator, viewing our defect history. Interestingly, the user general, so all of the other ones you go down the bottom, but under compliance, you have to actually choose one in the middle that has the most permissions. Down here then, right at the very bottom, we write down contact details for this particular person. And we might say whatever the position is and the division, I don't know, it could be a South Australian division, New South Wales division, transport division. If you want to copy email, this is where you put it down so that any emails that this person gets will also go to a separate email, so a second and a third email. So I'm not going to add any of that in for now. We're going to go add membership. It is the same process here. We go to, this is the person that set up the account. We go down here and we give them all of the permissions, and I'm just going to do it a little bit quicker now. Save. Any user that you want to have on the account, say for example, you want your partner on the account or maybe one of your business partners or your employee, you need to add them in here because when somebody rings the regulator and asks for assistance, the regulator will check whether their name appears in this account. So that is it. You have set yourself up a portal account. Now we're going to go to the home screen and we're just going through a quick summary. The home screen is accessible by clicking this home button in the top left-hand corner of this grey bar. Whenever I speak with my clients, I will direct you to have a look at this grey bar and I'll talk to you about the icons. Home is the home icon. The little shield is accreditation. And then we've got the little person for the profile and the little filing cabinet for the accounts. What we've achieved so far is you've set up a user on the portal, and a user can have multiple different accounts that they have access to. We've set up a company account and we have verified the identity of the user, and we've provided permissions to each of the users on the account. We've also added a second user by going into the manage account section and sending an invite to that user. That user is able to go to their emails that you selected, set their own password up, and they can accept your offer to join their portal. Once that person is in your portal, they can verify their identity in the same way that you do, but they are not required to set up their own permissions or their own user access because it's been done for them. Before I disappear, I just want to say thank you very much again for watching my videos. If you have any problems, please touch base. If there's any feedback on the video, please let me know. I really hope that it's made the NHVR portal process much easier for you. This entire video is under 20 minutes with a lot of explanation. When I first started setting up these portal accounts, it took hours. So thank you very much for following my page. All I can say is please follow my LinkedIn, Mitcham Turner, MITCH, A for Alpha, M for Mike. And please check out my Facebook, Big Rig Compliance, and my website, of course, bigrigcompliance.com.au or .com. Either one will get to me. Thank you very much. Have a good day.